Let's use all the fall colors today and paint an easy beginner landscape painting. First, take your mop brush and we're going to paint the sky, taking sky blue and white and doing back and forth strokes at the top of your canvas. Once you're a little over halfway down the canvas, I also dipped into some greenish blue called Caribbean blue, and I just went back and forth all the way down to the bottom. You could also add some streaks of white to this because it's supposed to represent water or a lake. And then dry it. This is your background. Now using a size 6 round brush, I'm going to dip into some dark brown. I like to darken mine even more with a bit of black. And I'm going to paint one long line for a horizon line where the sky meets the water. It can be slightly bumpy at the top because this is going to represent land in the distance. Now we can start adding some trees. Taking a fine artist sponge, I'm going to dip into light and dark green like this and just plant some trees all the way across the top of this line. I'm just bouncing my sponge very lightly, and just the less paint you have, the better. Start with less and then add more where needed because you're going to get more of a texture. My sponge is dry, by the way. Next, dip into some dark yellow and light yellow. I didn't even clean off my sponge, but I'm going to start adding some fall colors along the tops of my trees. Notice how it overlaps over top of the green, and then I'm growing them up even more. Make sure your trees aren't all a straight line either. You want to make sure that there's different heights to them. That's starting to look like fall. Now let's add some orange, doing the same exact thing. I didn't clean off my sponge. I'm just lightly tapping some of it, overlapping the orange over top of the yellow. And notice how I have my trees on the left-hand side slightly taller than the ones on my right, because the ones on my right are going to be kind of hidden by the big trees we're going to have closer to us. So something like this. Now, this is optional, but I'm going to take my round brush again and kind of soften up this horizon line a bit by blending it into the water. I just took some of the color from the horizon line and mixed it with the watercolor and just blended that down. This is going to represent something like a shadow in the water. There we go. I love fall. I always like to say fall is my favorite color. But we can't have floating leaves, can we? So taking a detail brush, see what I'm doing is I'm just planting trees in that horizon line and doing very simple branches and tree trunks going up into those leaves. You don't even have to see the whole thing. You could just have some branches poking out and maybe the bottom of a trunk. It's up to you how much detail you do. And if you don't like the tops of your branches to be sticking out, I just took my sponge again with all those colors and just lightly bounced some leaves over top of them to hide the rough edges. Now, we can't forget red trees, so taking the round brush again, we're going to add an island for these trees to be growing out of. Just starting on the right-hand side, I'm going to pull a line going in toward the center of the canvas. I went slightly over halfway, and notice how I have it kind of pointed on the end and it got a little thicker towards the outside edge. Now, I'm going to do simple trees. This is just with the size 6 round brush. I did one simple trunk. It does not have to be perfectly straight. Notice mine is leaning over to the left. And I did very simple branches, sticking with that V angle like that. Don't do too many details because we're going to cover them all with leaves, but something to give your tree a shape. And it's okay to have your branches and tree trunks going off the picture too. Notice my tree trunks here and the tree branches on this right-hand tree went straight off the canvas. While the trees are still wet, don't forget to add a highlight. So taking my round brush, I'm going to use some tan and add some highlights to the trunk and the branches. Just going right over top. I'm not covering the dark brown completely, but kind of highlighting one of the sides. And if it gets too bright, you can always go back in and blend it with some of that dark brown. Something like this. Let's do the same thing to this tree over here. Doesn't that make it pop? Now, I always ask this when I teach this painting. What is your favorite color fall leaf? One of the reasons I love painting fall landscapes is you get to use almost every single color of the rainbow, especially in the leaves, except for blue. I still have never seen a blue leaf in person, but I have seen pictures of them. Before we can add the red leaves to these trees, though, we have to add a few more details. Notice I thickened up my island a bit more so I could add a shadow. I'm just taking some of the dark brown with the watercolor and softening the harsh edge along the front here, just like we did to the horizon line. This again is going to make it look like a shadow, and then dry it so we can add some grass. You can use whatever grass technique that works best for you. I'm going to use my fan brush just because I think it's the easiest and quickest way to do grass. Just dip into dark and light green and do upward strokes like this, holding the brush horizontally. I even added a tiny bit of dark brown to my green to give it more of an earthy tone. And notice how I brought the grass all the way across and brought it on top of the tree trunks as well to hide those bottoms. There we go. Now we can finally add the red leaves, yay! Okay, so taking my artist sponge, I'm going to use a larger textured sea sponge for this, and I'm going to dip into dark and light red together. Notice how I'm coupling dark and light shades of a color together. This just gives you highlighting and shading. We're going to use the same technique we used for the trees in the background, except you're going to have much larger texture. I would still use a dry sponge for this because you get the most texture that way, and start with less paint first and then make it thicker as you go. Notice how I hid all the top ends of my branches and even extended the leaves off the canvas as well. Love it. You can even add some dark brown to your red to give it more of an earthy tone to really make it stand out and add more shading. It's fall as well, so that means the leaves are falling down on the ground. So I added some leaves down on the island here like this. And as a final touch, I even added some texture in with the water. This detail is totally optional, but I feel like it gives more of the feel of a reflection of the leaves, or maybe some leaves even fell in the water. So once I did that, I took a damp mop brush and just kind of blended them back and forth like this. And if they're too bright, I went back in with some of the color from my water and just muted them a little bit. So it gives a hint of a reflection of the leaves reflecting in the water. I love it. And there's our first fall landscape painting. I love it. If you try it, I would love to see how it turns out. And if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. Have fun and happy painting.